honest.
Well, I'm humbled to hear that. Thank you for saying that. But to be honest with you, I never felt it coming this way because it had a lot of talks. So when you do work and there's different talks, then you start also doubting yourself to say too many people can never be wrong. But but you got to understand also this was started by one channel only, and not everybody, to be honest, if I reflect back. But I'm humbled. I'm just a recipient of this. The players, my technical staff, our families. You can just say everybody, it's under one of our family who are singing there all the time. It's been a success.
And then earlier we heard about the words of the chairman. Saying that without a doubt you're the best coach.
I'm a chairman, man. Chairman, is unbelievable. He really humbles me every time. And, he wears a hat. That shows experience and that shows professionalism. He wears a hat of the chairman of the PSL and he speaks like that. And he forgets that he's the chairman of Orlando Pirates when he speaks, because he speaks from the heart. And he's humbling me all the time. He just makes me really, really to say that. And it's not only a chairman of the club; he's the chairman of Orlando Pirates. So you got to understand that how do I feel when I get this acknowledgement, and it's humbling. But I must thank everybody also. I must thank all the 15 coaches of the PSL. They've been there. They kept me there. Yes, Micho really ran the race. He took Orlando Pirates from where it was to bring, and he has brought it to where it is. It also shows what Orlando Pirates has brought. And thank even the match officials, Zakele, top referee, my players. We just go on, and this is about thanking everybody who has contributed. The media, you guys positively criticize us and also positively highlighted the danger or the threats of Sundowns losing the league. When you read those things, you reflect, you look back, and you also get humbled. You say, oh, I need to work a bit harder. So the way you have covered this thing was a nice race also. So it really, really keeps you going, yeah? So it has been good.
Coach, you said last season, you said again tonight, you knew where the title was. You knew.
I know where the cup is. It's on the freeway. I went to fetch.
You went to go fetch it again.
You just have to find it, find the right coordinates, and also know where it is, which safe is it, how do you open the lock and get it, and we got it. The difficult thing is to protect it again, and why it's going to be difficult is that this year we still have Champions League. And then we've got another Champions League, I'm told, starting in December. Because the next Champions League has to start when the season starts of PSL. Remember, they're squeezing it. So there's going to be 2 Champions League within the next 10 months. So, and the league? And the top 8, that's why we don't win the top 8, And where's the Telkom? And if you want to win the Champions League, there's also Abu Dhabi, the FIFA World Cup. You remember when you come back, you are 9 games behind. And when you don't when your story is not good, you know what SuperSport suffered. You know how Pirates suffered. You know what happened to Vets. You want to go on that train. It's a good train, but hey, it's difficult. So I must say to you that if you talk about the league again, we need to choose our battles very well. And I don't want to say we have to sacrifice the cups because it will look like you are disrespecting the sponsors. You got to do what you have to do. This is the time next year where all my players now have to play and see what we have in the back. Because sometimes you have a good number, but the momentum can also not be flowing as usual. We see. But it's also difficult for Orlando Pirates because if this is the way it is, they have to play now Champions League now.
How are you finding that balance? Because, like you said, other teams are going there, they come back, they struggle a bit. How are you? What's the magic? What's the magic ingredient?
Well, the whole thing is we call it in football language, we call it periodization. Is managing the whole macro cycle. Micro cycle is the big one. And looking into mesocycles, macro cycles, and mesocycles inside. That's a football language. Don't worry about the terminology. It's a coach's language. So how do you manage the rest periods in between with the traveling? And you know what we do? We don't train in Sundowns. We train mostly with visuals. And the players are tired of videos. But then we have to go on the pitch because there's no any other way. You have to do something. You can't just go play football without knowing who you play, without knowing the strength and the weaknesses, and without also correcting your mistakes every week. And we are traveling, man. You know, it's not easy. But it's the same with Real Madrid. It's the same with Barca. It's the same with those teams that are highly ambitious. Man City, you want to win every week. You see, they lost the FA Cup, they lost they won the League Cup, they lost the other one. I don't know what you call it. In England, they've got another cup also. And all these players are also playing. You know where Aguero is now? Do you know where De Bruyne is now? You know where Jesus is now? What does it say to you? So, many games. So, I've got 7 players in Bafana when we travel. And Dennis Onyango, Lafo, Kennedy Mwene, Tony Silva, national teams for their respective countries. So do you see how difficult it is? That's why you really have to understand the management of the program. Otherwise, you struggle like Supersport struggled. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, finally, Coach, interesting the Champions League or African competition next season. Sundowns, Pirates, and Kaizer Chiefs. So-called, okay.
Yeah, I think it's about time we got those big giants, back in Africa, and that's what we wanted. And even the chairman of the league said he wants that, and he doesn't rule out a situation where he sees 2 PSL teams in Champions League semi-finals or finals, because it has happened in North Africa. So it's possible. You might see there was Liverpool playing against Man City in the semi-finals or what. So why not? It's possible. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Coach.